Welcome in everybody to Mystic Rick's Crypto Picks. I am your host, Mystic Rick. Thanks for tuning in. And before we get started, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps others be able to see my content. And also make sure to check out my links below in the description for um, different exchanges as well as different deals. And also, please make sure to share my content to your social media outlets. And let's go ahead and get started today, shall we? So, looking at the current prices, Bitcoin is coming in at $45,274, up 15.05% on the week, down 1.1% on the day. Ethereum coming in at 3131 and is up 15.8%. Binance Coin was about $400 earlier, but it has dropped to $386. It is also up 15.7% for the week. Cardano pumping like ever, man. It's $1.78 and it is pushing to that $2 mark. It is up 28.98%. XRP rallying. It was over $1 earlier, but currently coming in 98 cents. It is up 35.77% on the week. It's banging. Dogecoin trying to make that recovery at 27 cents. Uniswap is taking a hit for the day, but it is up 21.3%. Dot trying to make a recovery, coming in at $21. And Solana pumping up back up to 40, and it's battling on the daily, but it is up 10.5% on the week. And Litecoin making a resurgence at $170, up 20.96% on the week. So some very good pumps going on. Matic is also having a great job. VeChain coming in at 11 cents. Theta is $6.97. It's and of course everyone loves some Luna. Everyone loves Luna. And what else we got here rounding out the top 50 that would seem kind of new here. Clay, the graph has been there, but the graph is looking good at 77 cents. Crow is doing well. Neo, Maker sitting at $3,270. Shiba dropping all the way down to 40th. And of course we have IOTA, a few others, AVAX. AMP is down. Wow, AMP is taking a beating for the week. And I'd love to see Elrond push up. Elrond should definitely be a top 25 coin. But we'll see how it looks over the between now and our next halving cycle for Bitcoin. And then even H-bar pushing its way on through the ranks as well, coming in at 53rd. But compound rounds at the top 50 at $458, down a whopping 6.4% on the day. So we got some dumpiness going on there, but it is up 2.26% for the week, which is fairly weak compared to the rest of the altcoins that are rallying thus far. XFin Network has been doing some damage at 85.73% for the week. And so we have some pretty good coins that are making some really good battles to join that top 100. And so very interesting to say the least. And Nano, of course, rounds out the top 100 at $5.73, up 28.7% on the week. But of course, Nano is a project I'd also feel should be in the top 50. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Um, and some news of the day, of course, the idiot that hacked the Poly network is returning the funds. It was around $611 million, one of the biggest financial hacks in technological history. But the hacker was dumb enough to try to put the money in an exchange. So obviously super smart to be able to hack $611 million. Extremely stupid to try to put it in an exchange. Go figure. Let's see what other news we got floating out there. Market wrap. Bitcoin rallies despite cooler inflation data. Goldman crypto report shows exchange tokens proof of stake assets outperforming. Samsung plans to test mobile functionality with South Korea's CBDC pilot. So, for those who don't know what a CBDC is, it stands for Central Bank Digital Currency. Okay, it is a way for basically a country to have um, a digital representation of their dollar. Okay, um, but of course that is regulated by a central bank, hence the name Central Bank Digital Currency. So Solana's Mango Markets DEX raises 70 million in MNGO token sale. Interesting, interesting. And we won't go into detail about the tax stuff. It's just not something that I'll dive into tonight. I really just want to get another live in for you guys. And I stepped away for a few days for family, and but Mr. Greg is back, so you guys will be able to continue our daily live streams, so I can keep you up to date on everything that's going on. So um, let's see here. So looking at the current action, it's looking like the next hour, maybe 2 to 3 hours, are possibly going to be bearish for Bitcoin. As you can see right now, the Tux indicator is throwing the sell signal. It threw it back at 2300 hours, which is 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. Our money flow is going down into the red on the hourly. However, I don't think it's going to hold strong in the red. I just don't currently see it. But within the last 5 minutes, we opened at 45,591, so it's literally dumped over $400 in the last 5 minutes. Um, so very, very uh, dumpy. So we'll just have to see. Obviously, if you were going to catch this trade, right here in the indicator where it shows the green money flow swapping to the red, and you could see right here as we started to trend downwards. Um, but again, of course, you could wait for a combination of indicators. Um, as I told you guys um, a couple days ago, that I foresaw bearish divergence building because of price spiking too fast. Okay, if we zoom out here, I mean, we have just been going on a rampage here on Bitcoin. So what we have here, and I can show you where it's connecting. Okay, we have RSI, our price is setting higher highs. Okay, higher highs, but RSI was setting lower highs. So right here on August 8th at 2 in the morning, RSI was sitting at 73.4. But over here, RSI was sitting at 62.9, and that is bearish divergence. And so we are headed down from there. So it'd be real interesting to see how this plays out. Honestly, we could go as low as 43,090 ish, 43,070 ish, and retest that zone. We just have to kind of wait and see. I am not actively in this short trade, but it makes sense why price is going down. Of course, I teach you guys how to draw your trend lines, and if you look here, um, as soon as we broke this line, we got a little plummet here. Okay, so it broke at around 46,302. So we've dropped about $1,300 in uh, the last about 7 hours. Okay, so very very interesting, or actually it'd be about 9 hours. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, about 9 hours. And so that's one of the reasons I teach you guys trend trading, and it doesn't mean that it's always going to go your way, right? I mean, you could always get in on a trend break and then boom, it shoots right up. And so that's why tell you guys on this channel that um, a lot of times, sometimes you have to modify your trend lines if it's not an official trend break. Okay, and what I mean by that is, for instance, if it would have broke, but price would have just kind of stepped out this way, okay, then that's not a trend break. Okay, on a true trend break, price is doing what it does now. It starts to come down. Okay, and what you're looking for is that it makes a lower low than this over here. Okay, so this is pretty much your trend break right here. Right, so I just want to clarify uh, what I mean by having to move your trend line. So if it was staggered out this way, okay, then all you have to do is you would just take your trend line and move it to accommodate, okay, to show that, okay, this is not an official trend break. Um, Another example of a trend break is if you would have made your green line from here, okay, and brought it here, okay, or you could have even brought it down, maybe to here, okay. Some people would have brought it off the top of the candles instead of the wicks. Okay, sometimes I mix it, and so, and that would be your green, letting you know that once it crosses it to go long. What the red is for once it breaks below it, you go short. Okay, so just a good friendly reminder. So as you can see right here, right, as soon as price stops stumbling and riding the line, okay, a couple candles later, the tucks through the buy signal. Boom. Okay. And you could have drawn your line. When it steps straight up like this, you're going to have a real tight trend line on it because price is going to come back down. Okay, at some point, even if it only comes halfway, when price rises that quick, you are going to have a correction at some point. Okay. Um, so with that being said, so we get rid of this trend line here. And we just dropped another $100 already. Okay. So she is screaming down, ladies and gents. Okay. Now, how far we go? Probably not too far. Okay. I mean, yeah, RSI could get down to 12, 16, 20. But right now, RSI on the hourly is at 32.8. I'd be interested to see what that looks like on a 30-minute, which we're at 26.9. Um, I'd look for us to maybe not go much farther than this line right here. Okay. So this low right here of about 44,670-ish. Okay. We'll either come down to that and then probably change directions. Unless a whale could always step in and dump us all the way down to 43. Okay, so it's just something to look out for in terms of a possible trend reversal. As right now, there's just not enough data there for a trend line. Again, unless you, of course, wanted to run an almost vertical one. But with this formation, I'd just be a little careful with that. We are forming a nice M, and we can kind of do a measurement out of how far it should come down. Okay, um, so we could come as low as 43.5, but I don't see us, coming particularly that low. So we'll just have to kind of see. Um, you see that fast, we're back up almost $100 just that quick. Bitcoin has been very, very volatile over these last couple weeks. I mean, look at this choppy action right here. Okay, it is really hard to trade that. Okay, I mean, it's blue, or it's green, it's red, it's green, it's red, it's green. I mean, it's just up and down. Okay, not as fluent as this motion kind of here in the price action, um, or more so a steadily, pattern where you can actually get good trades in. Um, the stuff like this right here, okay, the stuff like this right here is the type of stuff that gets people stomped out of their trades, especially when you're running tight stop losses to protect yourself. Okay, um, even all of this action right along here. Okay, this is the type of stuff that not only makes it extremely hard to trade, but it can get you pretty caught up. Okay, so just be careful if you are actively trading. And Spaceport, man, this is something that is so awesome. This is another play to earn project. I will be doing a video on this. I really like the project. It reminds me of Atari days, where you basically, playing like asteroids, and you earn as you're playing the game. All you need to start earning is basically to have the SPC token in your wallet, and um, I will actually post the token address here. You can get it on the BSC, on Pancake Swap. Okay, so for those of you, you're gonna need MetaMask to connect. Okay, Trust Wallet won't connect to the game. So if any of you are looking for how to add that BNB to your MetaMask, that way you can get the SPC token in your wallet, I can do a video on how to do that as well. Hey Andreas, how you doing? Um, Again, and you've probably heard me say this before, I am not a bear, I'm not a bull. I am for us making money, all right? When it comes to trading, okay, you can make money where price goes up or down. If you're just a hodler, well, you can only make money if price goes up, right? So, and that's why I don't like to have that bias, right? I have methods of making money that go up or down. I have methods that I'm only making money when price goes up. Of course, if you're staked, you're you're earning more, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're earning more, right? It's a numbers game. You're earning more of the crypto, but if price crashes 50, 60, 70, 80%, well, yeah, you're still earning more of that crypto, but it's not going to be worth much to you until the next bull cycle. So, but yes, Andrews, I am really excited for the projects that I own that are currently going up. I hopped into a new token, BPay. It was doing fairly well, to not even be a week old. Okay, it was up to 0.001. It fell down to 0.0009, but of course that's because Bitcoin is getting beat on at the very moment. But I really like this project. It is another real world application, where it's going to be used um, for payments. Okay, so it says right here, BNB Pay is a decentralized, scalable crypto payment gateway tailored for merchant transactions. It incorporates the ERC 1363 protocol to enable users to pay expenses using BPay tokens and crypto tokens. On top of that, users are rewarded with BPay tokens as they spend their crypto. The objective is to become the most widely used crypto payment for commerce, both e-commerce and brick-and-mortar shops. Transaction confirmation in each payment will be ready in less than 5 seconds, which makes it well suitable for any in-store purchase. And it'll be made up of 4 essential components: a wallet for Android and iOS, e- e-commerce payment plugins for popular e-commerce platforms, a POS system, which is awesome, and then a reward system that allows users to stake and earn their BPay. So that is pretty awesome. Okay, and like I said, it's not even a week old yet. We're actually just hit a week old. It is up 42.5% on the week and 7.9% on the day. And so, will this be a hit project? Guess we'll have to stay tuned and find out. Or is it going to be a really solid real world use? But as we're seeing, hype here lately has outweighed fundamentals, and that's why um, the meme coins took the shine away from a lot of solid projects this run. I mean, we should have easily saw VeChain run up to $1.50 in this in the last altcoin cycle earlier in April. Um, but when you have thousands of meme tokens that are pulling the hype, um, then the projects with the strong fundamentals get overshadowed. So what I'd like to see is BNB Pay hang in there, keep promoting, keep building those relationships with these merchants to have BNB BPay adopted, and then actually just boom in the next um, bull cycle, which I firmly believe BPay could be that dollar to $2, $3 token. Okay, so we just have to see how it does. And um, but yes, I do believe that VeChain, I believe VeChain can be a $1.50, $2 token. Will it get there this cycle? We don't know. Um, I believe that if this is a full blown second, 2.0 altcoin season, that Ethereum can run above 5,000. Um, I would not reach as far as to try to say 15, 20, 25,000. Not this cycle. Absolutely not. I just don't see it. But about 5,000 to 8,000 would be realistic. However, um, again, nothing is confirmed until coins breach their previous all-time high. Okay, so if we look at Bitcoin, okay, we're still around $20,000 shy of our all-time high. Okay, so still got a lot of work to do to get there. Have we breached that downtrend, the macro, and I guess you could say the micro and macro? Yes, we have. Um, but what I do know is we have been battling with the 200 um, DEMA, so we just have to see how it goes. But as of right now, I would not be quick to try to say Bitcoin can reach 100K this cycle until we breach 64 9. Then we can have a discussion, right? Um, Now, of course, yeah, nothing's over till it's over. But again, is this a reaction rally, or is this the cycle not being over yet? Okay, those are two different things. Okay, this was just some part-time bearish action, and we're not done yet, or it's just a reaction rally, get everyone excited, and be a nice little simple bull trap. Okay, so we'll just have to wait and see, follow the technicals. But right now, at least, even out on the 4 hourly, we have bearish divergence there on the 4 hourly. You can see it down here on the RSI on the momentum wave. That's what that red line connecting the dots means, is that we have bearish divergence in the charts, which is indicative of price making higher highs, but RSI is making lower highs, and therefore price is dropping. EODVAT, what's going on? Whether it's the right time to start buying alts again. Um, well, you the best thing to do with alts, and this is with any alts, and I'm sure others would agree, is to DCA into them. Okay. It's one thing if you're well and you can just buy $5 million worth of a crypto, right? Um, it's another thing if you don't have that kind of cash. The best way to keep you from losing at all is to DCA into the coin. Okay. Um, so there are some projects that will push farther up, but right now, I wouldn't jump in any alt until Bitcoin makes its next leg up. Okay, so I'd let this um, bearish momentum play out first. Okay, and then see where we go from there. Okay, the last thing you want to do is go FOMOing into an alt and Bitcoin decides to take a 3, 4, 5K hit. Okay, so if you are thinking of purchasing some altcoins, I'd wait until Bitcoin's dip plays out, and then right. So we sell the dip, we buy the rip. Okay. So for instance, if Bitcoin were to come down here and test about 43,000, okay, it would pull ETH down to about 2,900, right? So I would just wait that out for a little bit. Yeah. Yep. Because right now, I mean, the way some of these altcoins are running, I mean, they're just sapping the life out of Bitcoin. Um, but again, the alts do better when Bitcoin has sideways action. Okay, because it gives altcoins a chance to catch up. And what I mean by that is Bitcoin can pump faster than altcoins, and it can dump faster than altcoins. Okay, but it can recover faster than altcoins. For instance, Bitcoin can take a 10% hit right now, okay? And a 10% hit to Bitcoin would definitely pull ETH below $3,000, right? And Bitcoin can go, 20% in the other direction, but it doesn't mean Ethereum's going to go 20% in the other direction. So that's what I mean by Bitcoin can pump and dump faster than them, but it can also recover faster than them. So we always want to wait for a dump to play itself out before we start picking up on some altcoins. Now, of course, if you're just DCAing in to hold long term, then there is no bad time to buy. But the best time to buy is after a dip has played itself out. Okay, because we buy our dips, we sell our rips. Um, and also, if you go back and watch my video with my DCA matrix, okay, at some point, what is going up will come down. Okay, um, so when you have your target set at 60%, 70%, 80% off, okay, those are the targets that if you're DCing in at those targets, then in the next cycle, you can't lose. Exactly. Exactly. Right? Because when we had that major, that major crash here, right? Throughout this major crash, some altcoins were 90% off. Some even more. I saw some that were not like 98% off from their all-time high. So so EOD vet is right. Okay, Bitcoin can dump faster, it can pump faster, but ultimately it recovers faster. And so we have to pay attention to that, right? Because let's say an altcoin is still down, right? It was 70% down. Now it's only, let's say, 50% down. And then Bitcoin takes a 15% hit. Boom, right? That altcoin's going to fall a lot farther in percentage than Bitcoin does. So, um, so just something to be aware of. And the reason why, people ask, well, sometimes, well, why does that happen? Well, again, a lot of these altcoins were originally paired to Bitcoin, and so they're tied in liquidity. Ethereum is tied to Bitcoin in its liquidity. That's why a lot of times on their, for instance, hourly candles, they look very, very similar in their action because Ethereum is tied to Bitcoin and its liquidity. Okay. At one point, you could not just go grab stablecoin and purchase Ethereum. You had to use Bitcoin to purchase Ethereum. Okay. You had to use Bitcoin to purchase Litecoin. You had to use Bitcoin to purchase a lot of these other projects because decentralized exchanges weren't around. Okay, stable coins weren't around. Um, Tether was out in the last bull run, but it had no pairings yet. Okay, yeah. And so it's just something. Again, I'd say this: is Bitcoin back in a bull run? That's debatable. Are altcoins making a very strong case for being in altcoin season 2.0? Yes, they are. And I say that because Ethereum has went up um, about $1,500. Okay, um, since its bottom. So that makes the argument for we're in an altcoin season. Okay. Um, when you see Litecoin doing super well, the argument is there that we are in an altcoin season. However, again, if altcoins are running, that is a sign that Bitcoin is struggling. Okay, and what I mean by that is typically altcoin season happens before a dump of Bitcoin. You know, now again, I'm no be all tell all. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin can't go to 60K, 70K, 80K. However, I would just keep your eyes peeled as to what's going on because when altcoins start having ridiculous runs, it's because Bitcoin is about kaput for the cycle. So, and then there's numerous of things, right? If several countries around the world decide to have a massive lockdown for even if it's just for 2 weeks, okay, it's going to tank global markets. Okay, um, remember where our exchange is. Okay, New York Stock Exchange. If New York decides to have a lockdown, okay, it's gonna obviously the markets are gonna be closed, and in the Dow, if the Nasdaq, if S&P 500 take a hit, uh, expect Bitcoin to plummet with it. Okay, even if it's a small hit for the S&P 500, like 10%. Okay, if S&P 500 falls 10%, Bitcoin would come back down to 30. I'll tell you that right now. Hey, John Wayne, what's going on? How you doing? So, EQZ. Oh, so here on the 4 hourly, we can see that it's made um, a V-shaped recovery and actually completed its W. Okay, but I will be mindful of this, and several of my followers, such as EOD Vet um, and John Wayne, have actually seen what I tell them play out. Okay, what forms a W will eventually form an M. Okay. So right now, even though it looks like it's pumping, we did have a double top. Okay. I mean, you can see it right there. Okay. We did form a double top and we are descending in price at the moment. Maybe it only falls by a couple cents, but we are descending at the moment. Um, and so, hey, Richard, what's going on? How you doing? If we look down at our 4 hourly momentum wave, oops, I didn't mean to click that. If we look down at our 4 hourly momentum wave, of course, um, 2 hours ago, or excuse me, not 2 hours ago, but 8 hours ago, the Tux indicator did throw the sell, and it has been pretty choppy up in this area right here in terms of price action. But as of right now, the momentum wave is showing that we are probably going down a little bit farther. Okay. Um, I'd say look for um, the about 0.53 to hold as support at the very minimum, um, or I guess you say at the very maximum. There's a lot of confluence in this area. Okay, so it could find support in that area before pushing back up to the upside. Okay, so I'd be looking for here. Okay, possibly here at 50, and then the worst case is down here in this confluence, and we can actually fib that out. Okay, so there you have it, right there. So it could be make a retracement to the point 0.5. Okay, but it can also make a retracement to the 0.618. So right now price is actually sitting in the golden pocket. So I'd look for it to come down and test the 0.5, and then maybe possibly attempt to retest the 0.382. Yeah, Voyager's a good project. Yeah, yeah, if it goes sideways, it'll be the same as what happened in May. You're exactly right. Richard, what's going on? So, so there you have it on the 4 hour. If we come down to the 1 hour, which just looks like a whole lot of good gracious. Okay. Um, yeah, it's it's gonna come down a little bit farther. It's gonna come down a little bit farther. Again, it could find some support in this region right here. Okay. Which would be your point 0.5, and then it could attempt to come back up and retest the 382. Banned words? No, I don't. I don't have any banned words. I don't know why they aren't showing up. I haven't filtered any words yet. The Efinity coin. Richard, I have not really read into the Efinity coin, but I am writing that down right now, and I will take a look into it before. Um, that pen didn't work. I will take a look into it for you for our next live. How about that? And so we can check out ETH. Of course, trend line is broken. We got our dump. So we can now move this trend line. We can move this one and this one. These are some old trend lines I had in here. So we can uh, remove some of this stuff here. Now something I want to take a look at here, okay? And this is on the hourly, okay? So, all right. So, I mean, I don't know how far we come down, but it looks like we could be due for a retrace to the 0.236. But again, ETH could just defy it and keep on pushing all the way on up um, higher. But if Bitcoin does take a correction, we could see a healthy move down to the 236 and then pushing up higher. Honestly, I don't know if ETH is ready to pull down to 29.10. We just have to wait it out and see. I haven't played Anarchy yet, but I do have some tokens. Yes, I do have some tokens. But what I have been playing is the Spaceport. Okay, Spaceport is awesome. You earn, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So what you need to earn, and I mean, there's some guys earning. The music is so loud for this game, and there's no way to like turn it down. But needless to say, here's how it looks. Okay, it's basically like asteroids from Atari. So the graphics are pretty basic. However, if you own SPC token in your MetaMask wallet, then you can earn up to 20% of the USD value of the tokens you have per day. So for instance, if you have $1,000 worth of SPC token in your wallet, you have the potential to make up to $200 a day playing the game. Granted, that doesn't mean that you can suck at it, um, but what they do is at the end of every day, um, you will get your payout. Okay, so it's not once a month or once a week. Your payout is every 24 hours. I only played for an hour, um, but it's basically telling me the value of tokens I'm gonna get is gonna be $3.10 worth. If you guys want to play this game, let me see if it actually put that there. There is my link in the chat section. So trust me, this is definitely a game you want to get on if you like to earn passive income. And all you got to do is put, you know, $20, $50, a couple $100, whatever it is, into your MetaMask. Again, the SPC token is on the BSC. Okay, it's not on the Ethereum. And so you have to basically put some BSC into your MetaMask again because um, MetaMask does not accept regular BNB, it accepts the smart chain, hence the address having that 0x in it. And then you can get the SPC. As you can see here, I have 16 billion SPC in my wallet as we speak. And so you don't have to go into the game and actually stake. Okay, your earning is based off of how much you have in your wallet at that time. So definitely check that out. And again, um, if you are interested um, in trading, then you can go into the description in the link below under this video and get the Prime XBT. You will need a VPN to log in, and then use the code CryptoPicks for 50% deposit bonus. Oops. And you can use that 50% deposit bonus for margin trading. But yes, I'm gonna do a video on Spaceport, and trust me, like I said, the graphics are basic. They look like Atari, but hey, I'm an Atari fan, so I really love it. And oh, by the way, I'm not just going to Walmart and buying a game and getting nothing out of it after I beat it, but selling it to Game Exchange for 90% off of what I paid for it, I actually get to invest in this game and earn money from it. So yes, right now it looks like ETH is going to come down a little lower. Again, where we find support, or at least localized micro support, we don't know. But I could definitely see it coming down. Um, I could see us coming down to at least 30.71, okay, before maybe coming up a little bit more. We just have to see. Okay, we just have to see. And we can take a look at Solana. Solana is definitely coming down. Solana might find itself back in at 39 to 30, about 39 flat, possibly. Yep. So we could possibly revisit the 236, which would be $38.64. Okay. Um, and we've definitely gone above the golden pocket, considerably above the golden pocket. And typically, when you just, I mean, we ripped right through it, came back down for a retest, and successfully broke above. But it's looking like a recall to at least the 0.236 on Solana. And let's look at AMP. AMP is definitely coming down. But we are looking to form a W. So AMP could get back up there to about 0.064 and potentially higher. And some of these smaller coins, they make some most weird formations on their prices. I mean, look at how high it went around the 25th of July. It spiked all the way up to 9 cents before crashing all the way back down to 6 cents in just hours. Oh, nice. Nice. Hey, just make sure you've moved those stop losses into the profits, right? Just in case. You know how Bitcoin is, right? Um, you don't want to end up like uh, Mystic Rick and be on the wrong end of this happening right here. Okay? You don't want to be on the wrong end of that because it could dang sure turn a trade around. Okay? Price actually moved up so fast. By the time I could get the buttons clicked to get out of the trade, I was already liquidated. Um, but it's nothing you could do about something like that. I mean, when a whale steps out of nowhere, um, you know, that's how you know it's a whale. Okay, retail action doesn't do this on charts. Okay, um, retail action looks like this, not like this. Yeah, yeah, it got me. It got me pretty good, man. It got me pretty good. And then what's interesting is right after they pumped it, you had some whales step right in and dump it. Okay, that was, um, and then you had some retail down in here. So whales are the cause, retail is the effect. Okay, it's just like here, whales are the cause, and retail is the effect. So yeah, we just have to play this out. But yeah, if you are in a short, or a scalp or whatever it is, you move those stop losses into the profit. Okay. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy. Hey, Chaco. Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about the. Yeah, I was just away for a few days. You know, the Queen's back, so I had to get my family resettled back in. Look at that beautiful M right there. Look at that. Just boom. I mean, you just trace it. Look at that. And again, what becomes an M will eventually become a W. So at some point, 46,358 will get retested before either breaking above or taking another dump. Okay? So I would just keep that in mind. 46,350 will get retested. I mean, we could envision another retest of the 200 and then a rejection. Okay? Um, or we could come above it and then upon retest, we're going to do one, two things. Come up and retest 48. Okay? Or it's going to come down to find support and it's going to be nothing but a hole there. Yeah, well, Jacob, that's what you missed with me telling them earlier. It's like, hey, yeah, I get that. As of right now, I see altcoins being having a better chance at making a run than Bitcoin because once dominance gets halted like this, um, it, when Bitcoin starts to go sideways and lose dominance, alts can run, but it keeps Bitcoin from running. Okay. Um, So, and then all of your money, all of the liquidity has been put into altcoins instead of into Bitcoin. But until we are up in that 59 to $65,000 range, um, this cannot be seen as anything more than a reaction rally. Now, this could all have just been, some bearish action. But again, we were under every single last EMA. We were under the bottom of the Keltner. We were under the MAs. Okay. Um, Everything that is significant was saying that a bear market is coming. Okay. So again, Bitcoin can go up and Bitcoin can go down. The technicals are what matter because that's how us influencers do our technical analysis, right? So why they call it technical analysis, because we're reading to you what we see in the charts. However, I would not scream 100K. I would not scream 75, 85, or anything else above that, really, until we are proven otherwise, right? So it could really come all the way back up here to 59K. It would still just be a reaction rally if it is unsuccessful. Yeah, well, I mean, just as fast as they were able to pump it right here, they could turn around and dump it right back down. They have enough of Bitcoin to do that now. A couple years ago, they didn't, right? Most of your Bitcoin was held by retail whales, not corporate or institutional whales. When I say retail whales, I don't mean people who just bought billions of dollars worth. I mean, they were like OGs of Bitcoin, and you know, they paid, $1,000 for, you know, tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin. God, can you imagine? Can you imagine just in 2010, 2009, just dropping like a grand on Bitcoins? Oh, my heart. But hey, I'm gonna have some really good lives for you this week. Again, this was some family time for me, and I just had so much going on. Kids are getting ready to go back to school, school supplies, the whole ordeal. Um, but that's all I have for you guys tonight. Again, I'm gonna make some great content. We're gonna talk about anarchy. We're gonna talk about Star Atlas and how those NFT posts, those meta posters blew up that I told you guys to invest in, right? I told you guys to invest in it. So the the one that I got um, for $64 is now about $1,300 in less than 30 days. So I told you guys to grab a few. Um, so we will do some content with that. I am working on trying to do an interview with a member of the Star Atlas team. We will have the spaceport video, how to set up the wallet, how to play, and then we'll talk about other couple projects as well. We'll have some great technical analysis and follow this movement of this altcoin, the possible 2.0 season, um, and we'll also do like a Q&A towards the end of the week as well. Um, I did write down that Efinity coin, so I will make sure this week that I do some analysis on that for you. And so that's all I have for you guys for tonight. And sorry about the really late one. It's just been super busy for me. So be safe, be happy, and um, remember, no matter what you're going through, somebody out there is doing worse. So be grateful for your situation. I love you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.